That makes a lot of sense.
Hello, goodbye, very quickly. But you have an extra hour.
Yeah, so when's the sun
you
going down then?
6:58 is sunset time today. Yay.
Yeah,
As they look at it, we're not.
As they look
at go to bed so early.
Oh, gosh, yeah, you got to wear those, masks and everything.
Masks?
No, good day to you. Right. The week ahead, St. Patrick's Day is Wednesday. All in all, we'll look for tranquil conditions. Today, not that pleasant because we have the cloud cover, but all in all, a tranquil weather week is coming our way. This week, of course, it's the last week of winter. But as we get toward the end of the week, it's going to feel more like spring. Next week, many of the computer models are hinting that the first week of spring, we are going to experience much colder conditions and possibly maybe even a day or two with highs only in the 30s for the first week of spring. How is that for juxtaposition? Well, good day. 50 degrees will be the high today. Average high today is 46. Now, we only dropped to 42 this morning, and the average low today is 28 degrees. 7:04 was the sunrise time this morning. 45 right now at O'Hare with a northeast wind. It's going at about 8 miles per hour. 44 Midway, 45 Crete, 49 Woodstock, 42 degrees at the lakefront. So, yeah, this cloud cover, very, very stubborn, kind of all stemming and being influenced by that system that is way off to our east. And we're talking about this system that affected much of the Northeast over the weekend with hurricane force winds and torrential rain. We're still getting some of that cloud cover with part of that system as it rotates our direction. I do think if we really get any bona fide sunshine, it's going to come just before sunset here this evening. Most likely you'll spot it in the far northwest suburbs first. But tomorrow morning, I do think we're going to have a bright, sunny start to our day. So mainly cloudy.
Okay, we're ready.
Well, spring break is just around the corner, so many people are hitting the gym to get into, swimsuit shape.
But trying to crunch your way to a toned tummy may not be your best bet. So, here to help us out, Sean Armstead, fitness expert and owner of Phenomenal Fitness. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Sylvia.
And so
Judy,
we can start taking off the heavy clothes and everything, and we
Yes.
got to start thinking. So you're saying we can do crunchless abs, right?
I'm saying that first and foremost, when it comes to movement and exercise and getting stronger, is posture and alignment.
Okay.
And oftentimes, because we sit a lot and work at computers a lot, people tend to want to do crunches and flex a lot,
Right.
which thwarts posture and alignment. It makes it worse.
It makes it worse?
It can make it worse because you just focus on the abs because often people want to make it smaller.
Right.
But not only does crunches, they don't make your abs smaller, but it also can do damage to your structural integrity and your alignment.
So we should never do crunches?
You should. There's a time and place for crunches, but the things that we're going to demonstrate, we submit that they can be better for you from a functional perspective and get you what you need and what you want.
Okay.
So
all
the
right.
look and the feel.
So how do you do a crunchless crunch or sit up or
Well,
ab workout?
really what it is they're movement patterns that don't involve repetitive flexion of the spine or
Okay.
bending like this. So just kind of messing with the posture in an adverse way. Here, like for example, you take Maria, she's doing a side plank, okay? Notice her alignment with her shoulders and her hips. Now just hold it right there. So here's the side plank. So her lateral core muscles are working. They're connecting the shoulder through the trunk and the hips. So it's a lot of bang for your buck, much better. Now
Wow,
she's doing the ribs.
that looks tough,
That does look hard.
It's challenging, but the modified version, now break down the modified, bend your knees, bring your feet toward me. Now do your bridge. Now,
Okay,
now
so you can maybe start with that?
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I can do that, all right.
Is that hard?
It's stimulating. There's a difference.
Stimulating.
All right.
Sure. Now, for those that have to have a feel for some crunch activity, we have the half twist. So she's in like a 45-degree angle position. So her front abdominal muscles are holding the position, but her oblique muscles are moving and creating the dynamic action.
Okay.
I can do that, I think.
I think I can do. Now, how many of those do you have to do?
It depends on your strength. It depends on your needs, but generally 5, 10, 15, 20 per side. It depends. Here's the deal. You want to do them correctly. It's quality before quantity.
Okay.
Not do an advanced version. Lift your feet up.
Ooh, okay, can't do that.
Right?
Well, now she's
And
going
now
to do
move
this.
the knees.
Okay, and so instead of doing that crunching, the fact that she's actually propping herself up is still giving that core.
Sure.
Okay.
And then she can move through the hips. She can freeze and work through the glutes. It's a lot more going on, so it takes more skill. But here's the thing that people don't realize: strength is in fact a skill. Things you want to work at, not just dumbified movements on machines and things like that.
Okay, so work your way up there,
We're
right?
absolutely
Okay, what's our
progression.
gentleman here going to
Now, Phil's
demonstrate?
going to do the plank low crawl. You know, I was in the Marine Corps.
Oh, that explains everything.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So he starts with a plank. So that gives us that, when you think of stability, that means contraction or activity in the muscles of the trunk, but no movement. That's the plank portion. Then the active portion where he incorporates the hips and a side bend and the shoulders is
that takes
that side.
coordination.
Oh, and I want you guys to see, he's not on his knees at all. He's actually standing. He's actually doing this by getting on the tips of his toes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's strong, but a lot of people can do this because you can do the same thing. Now do a modified version, Phil. Bring the knees down.
Now the knees can come down.
Now, first you have to establish a good plank.
Okay.
So you don't go moving immediately. Establish the plank. Now do the movement. So that's the modified version.
Okay.
You can always progress and regress movement patterns. Now, do the last one. Let's go to a march. So now, again, you're in the plank. What we love about the plank is it connects the shoulders to the trunk, to the hips, even the knees and the ankles. Now, we're going to do a plank march.
Plank march.
Right? So after doing those other things, finish it up with something like this.
Stretch.
It's very powerful. So it works the triceps, the shoulders, the core.
I see.
Great.
Yes.
A lot of bang for your buck.
Sweating as it is.
Absolutely.